What's up everybody, welcome back to the Maths Guide. Today we're looking at how to find the highest common factor, or the HCF as it's sometimes known. So let's waste no time, let's go. Okay, so let's look what that means. Highest simply means the biggest number. Common means a number that is shared between our two examples. So if we look at question 1, our two examples and our two numbers are 10 and 5. So we're looking for a number that's used by 10 and 5. And a factor is any number that's used to multiply together to equal our original number, maybe 10. So we're looking for the highest common factor. And what are we going to need to remember to do that? Well, we're going to use a factor tree to help us. So let's look at what that means. Well, when I'm looking at these set of numbers in the first example, number 10 and number 5, I'm basically looking for numbers that multiply together to equal those given numbers. And I can always start with 1 times the number itself. 1 times 10 will equal 10. But now I'm going to use a bit of an experiment to see if I can find any more. I'm going to try the number 2. Can I multiply anything by 2 to get to 10? Yes, I can use the number 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Are there any more? Let's check 3. Can I multiply 3 by anything to get to 10? Well, let's go up in our 3 times table. 3, 6, 9, 12. So no, I can't have the number 3 because I miss the number 10 in the multiplications. Let's check number 4, and I can go up in the 4 times table. 4, 8, 12, and again, I miss 10. Let's check the number 5. Well, I don't need to do that because I've already got a 5 just here. So I know I've completed my factor tree, and I've got my factors of 10. I have 1, 10, 2, and 5. So if my question was to find the highest factor of 10, it would be this number here, number 10. But I'm not just trying to find the highest factor of 10, I'm trying to find the highest common factor of both of these numbers. So now what I need to do is look for my factors of 5. And when I do my factor tree, I can do 1 times 5, and let's check 2. 2, 4, 6, nope. Let's check 3. 3, 6, 9, nope. Let's check 4. 4, 8, 12, nope. And let's check 5. Yep, well, we know it has to be there as well because we've already used it. So I don't need to do it again. So my only two factors of 5 are 1 and 5. So now when I'm trying to find the highest common factor, I'm looking for a number that's in both of these sets. And I'm going to pick the highest one. So it won't be number 1 because that's not the highest common factor, even though it is in both. I can see a higher common factor of the number 5. So this first example, highest common factor would be 5. Let's look at number 2 with 12 and 16. And again, do my factor tree. And I would have 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And I don't need to do 4 because I knew that would be 3. And I've already done that. So I have my factors. Now let's look at 6. I would have 1 times 6. And I can do 2 times 3. And then 3 times 2. I don't need to do because I've already done it. So I've completed my factor tree. Let's look for the highest common factor, the highest number that appears in both of these sets of numbers, and I can see that would be the number 6. So the second example, the highest common factor is 6. Okay, let's look at number 3, 20. Again, I'm going to start with the most logical idea, 1 and 20. Then I'm going to check 2. Yep, I can have 2 and 10. Let's check 3. I don't think I have one, so let's check the 3 times table. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. No, but let's check number 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So yes, I have 4, and that was 5 groups of 4, so 4 times 5. And then again, I don't need to do 5 because I've already done it in the previous example. And now when I check 10, I can simply look back over here and see my existing factor tree I had, and just copy that. I have 1 and 10, and 2 and 5. Let's find the highest common factor. I can see I have number 10 in both. So the highest common factor is 10. And finally, my spicy challenge. Let's look at number 9. Well, I have 1 and 9. Let's check 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No. What about 3? 3, 6, 9. Yes, so I have 3 and 3. Therefore, I know I don't have any more. These are the only factors of 9. Let's check 21. 1 and 21. Can 2? No, we know that because it's an odd number. 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So I have 3 times 7. 4, no. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, no. 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, no. 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, nope. And then I'm back to 7, so I know I don't need to do it. So my highest common factor of 9 and 21, I can see in both of my sets, is actually only a 3. Pretty simple, right? So now it's your turn. Try and find the highest common factors of these sets of numbers. I have 4 challenges for you, and I have to say, the red chili challenge question 4 is pretty challenging. So press pause on the video now, good luck. And there you have it, that is how to find the highest common factor of a set of numbers. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If it was, head on over to the Maths Shelter for loads more help with everything you need to know about your age group maths. But for now guys, I'm going to see you in another video. Peace out.